The death update that opened the door. The second alert arrived at 2:19 a.m. Not a banner this time, just a vibration. A low, deliberate hum, like a heartbeat amplified through glass. Those who had seen the first red flash felt it instantly. This wasn't an echo. This was a response. A new line appeared beneath the vanished headline. Du Qiang status. Located. Condition restricted. Located. The word detonated across private channels. Screens refreshed. Threads multiplied. For months, Du Qiang had been a silhouette, missing, erased, rumored dead or smuggled out under diplomatic fog. Now the system itself claimed he was located, yet offered nothing else. No coordinates. No photo. No authority stamp. Only the coldest phrase in the lexicon of secrets. Condition restricted. The corridor with no cameras. A leaked reconstruction followed, an artist's rendering based on metadata, access logs, and a floor plan that officially didn't exist. It showed a corridor with matte white walls, a ceiling too low for comfort, and doors without handles. This was where Du Qiang had allegedly been found. Or, more precisely, where the system acknowledged him. According to the fictional log, the corridor existed outside standard surveillance grids. No cameras. No timestamps. Movement tracked only by pressure shifts in the air. Whoever entered, entered unrecorded. Whoever left, left clean. One detail stood out. The corridor's environmental controls mirrored those used in post-event containment, not incarceration. Which begged the question no one wanted to ask. Was Du Qiang a suspect or a variable? The death update, rewritten in real time. As speculation exploded, the original death update quietly changed. Not publicly. Internally, a cached version surfaced with a revision mark, Revision 3B, showing a subtle but devastating edit. Vital status, unconfirmed, became vital status, non-terminal, access denied. Non-terminal. For those fluent in institutional language, it meant only one thing. Death was no longer the problem. Access was. 11 minutes, expanded. The infamous 11-minute gap from the night menglong vanished was reprocessed using a different algorithm, one designed to interpret absence as data. What emerged wasn't footage but pattern. Breathing cycles slowed, then stabilized. Electrical noise spiked once, only once, like a system handshake. And during minute 7, something extraordinary happened. The biometric model suggested external synchronization, not resuscitation. Not sedation. Synchronization. As if another system had aligned itself to menglong's body and said, stay. Du Qiang's location isn't a place. A second whistleblower, different voice, different syntax, posted a warning that lasted less than 60 seconds before deletion. Stop asking where Du Qiang is. Ask what state he's in. The implications spread like frost. Du Qiang hadn't been found in a city or a facility. He'd been found in a status. Contained. Stabilized. Unavailable. The same language now used for menglong. Why the update was allowed to leak. Analysts noticed something else. The leak wasn't sloppy. It was precise. Only enough information to provoke panic. Only enough truth to fracture certainty. It was as if someone wanted the public narrative to move from death to doubt to something far harder to explain. Because death closes stories. Ambiguity opens negotiations. A voice between the lines. Hidden in the metadata of the revised file was a single-character anomaly, too small to notice unless you knew how to look. A punctuation mark where none should exist. Those who followed the trail claimed it matched a signature pattern used by one individual only, someone with access to medical legal systems and a history of speaking through edits, not statements. The message wasn't written. It was implied. He is not gone. He is governed. The night ends. The door stays open. By dawn, the alert stopped. Threads were locked. Accounts vanished. The internet returned to its surface noise, trends, jokes, distractions. But for those who saw the updates as they changed, the meaning was clear. The story had crossed a threshold. menglong was no longer framed as a victim of an event. Du Qiang was no longer missing. They were both now part of a system that did not require belief, only compliance. And somewhere, behind corridors without cameras and updates that rewrote themselves, someone had decided it was time the world stopped asking if menglong was dead, and started wondering why he wasn't allowed to be seen alive. At exactly 2:17 a.m., a single red banner flashed across several underground forums, then vanished. menglong status updated. Source: internal. For months, silence had ruled. No confirmations. No denials. Only fragments, leaks, whispers, corrupted files, and terrified insiders who deleted their accounts hours after posting. But that night something shifted. And with it came 3 names that would once again ignite the darkest mystery the fandom had ever known. menglong.
Qiang.
Fan shiqi. What followed was not closure, but something far more unsettling. The death update that wasn't supposed to exist. The phrase death update had circulated before, usually dismissed as malicious rumor. But this time, the wording was different. Clinical. Procedural. Almost official. Screenshots leaked from what appeared to be a restricted medical legal database, time-stamped weeks earlier than their release. The file header was blurred, but one line was unmistakable. Subject A. Vital status. Unconfirmed due to third-party interference. Subject A was widely believed, by those following the case obsessively, to refer to menglong. What disturbed readers most was not the ambiguity, but the reason cited for it. Third-party interference. Qiang, missing, dead, or extracted. For over a year, Qiang had been the ghost at the center of the storm. In the fictional timeline followed by fans, Qiang was the last person seen with menglong, the only individual with access to the sealed wristwatch device, and the only one who vanished before investigators arrived. Now, suddenly, a new claim emerged. At 4:03 a.m. Beijing time, an anonymous whistleblower posted a single sentence before their account went dark. Qiang was not found. He was retrieved. Retrieved. Not rescued. Not discovered. Not arrested.
Retrieved.
Within hours, fans pieced together a theory that sent chills through the internet. Qiang may never have been missing, only removed from reach. And that raised one terrifying question. Who had the authority to do that? The hospital that officially doesn't exist. The story took a darker turn when attention shifted to Fan Shiqi, a name previously mentioned only in footnotes and dismissed interviews.
Until now.
Fan Shiqi, in this fictional narrative, was said to have been treated at a private medical facility whose name did not appear on any public registry. The hospital allegedly specialized in high-risk neurological containment. Then came the leak. A grainy audio clip, filtered, distorted, but chillingly calm, began circulating in closed circles. The speaker, believed to be Fan Shiqi, made a claim that shattered every existing theory. What I saw was not death. It was suppression. His body reacted, as if it was being prevented from shutting down. Prevented from shutting down. The medical claim that changed the entire narrative. According to the fictional medical documents attributed to Fan Shiqi, menglong's condition did not match any known post-trauma profile. Instead, the symptoms allegedly included delayed neural response, artificially stabilized cardiac rhythm, unexplained memory fragmentation, and signs of external neurological modulation. One line in particular haunted readers. Subject exhibits signs consistent with induced suspension rather than biological failure. In simpler terms, he wasn't dying. He was being held between states. The watch revisited. Fans had almost forgotten the wristwatch. Almost. The same watch allegedly linked to hidden surveillance.
The same watch Qiang had access to.
The same watch that, according to a now-deleted schematic, contained biometric override functions far beyond consumer technology. A reconstructed theory suggested something chilling. The watch may not have been recording menglong. It may have been regulating him. Timeline corruption and the 11-minute gap. One of the most disturbing discoveries came from a corrupted CCTV archive. Analysts noticed an 11-minute gap in the footage on the night everything changed. No glitch. No power outage. No camera movement, just absence. When the footage resumed, Yu Menglong was still visible, but his posture had changed. His breathing pattern had shifted, and his pupils showed a response delay inconsistent with natural sleep or unconsciousness. Fans labeled it the 11 minutes that don't belong to time. Why Fan Shiqi spoke and then disappeared. After the audio leak, Fan Shiqi was reportedly unreachable within the fictional narrative. Scheduled appearances cancelled. Communication lines silent. But before disappearing, one final message was allegedly sent to a trusted intermediary. If they say he's gone, it's because gone is easier than explaining where he really is. That sentence alone fueled thousands of theories, and none of them were comforting. Is Yu Menglong dead or inaccessible? Here is where the mystery fractures into something deeper. In this fictional universe, there is no death certificate, no confirmed remains, no official closure, only sealed files, vanished witnesses, and medical claims that suggest something far more complex than life or death. Some fans believe Yu Menglong exists in protective isolation, suspended medical custody, or a controlled environment beyond public reach. Others fear something darker, that he became evidence rather than a person. The silence that speaks loudest. Perhaps the most unsettling detail is not what has been leaked, but what hasn't. No lawsuits, no definitive denials, no official corrections, just silence. And in mysteries like this, silence is never empty. It is curated. Final thought. Why this story refuses to end. Every time the internet thinks the story is over, another fragment surfaces. Another voice breaks through. Another shadow moves behind the curtain. And maybe that's the point. Because if Yu Menglong were truly gone, there would be an ending. Instead, there is only continuation. And somewhere, between missing men, impossible medicine, and a watch that knew too much, the truth waits. Not buried. Just hidden.